Coming up on This Week in Torrance, hundreds of residents packed the council chamber to voice their concerns about a development project.
Then we have the latest look at the construction site for the newest aquatic center.
And dogs of all sizes came out with their best paw forward at a dog show.
Plus, we have a first look at the Torrance Police Department's new Mobile Emergency Operations Center. These stories and much more just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now. Hello and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Julie Chan. Thanks so much for joining us. Here are your top stories.
A huge turnout as residents weigh in on the proposed Butcher-Solano apartment complex in South Torrance. City leaders say they welcome the input from residents. Edward Mertz reports.
The impact, I would have to say for us, is catastrophic.
That's what Larry Estrada told city planning leaders during an informational meeting about the proposed Butcher-Solano apartment complex near Hawthorne and Via Belmonte. He said their family's home is the closest one to the construction site where the developer wants to build 248 apartment units. Estrada said the project, which includes 3 5-story tall buildings, would change everything about the neighborhood.
Based on the property lines that you've shown, we're actually looking at even losing our home.
Other residents expressed concerns over the project's impact on the environment, safety, and quality of life. And a big part of all that is traffic, said nearby resident Maureen Trelease.
I have seen the traffic become so incredibly dangerous. The City of Torrance and our beautiful neighbors in Palos Verdes and all around cannot absorb any more traffic. Period.
At this point, the city says it's gathering input from residents on what should be studied in the Environmental Impact Report, or EIR. And Torrance Planning Manager Danny Santana says you can email him directly with your comments.
Once we compile all those comments, we'll work with the city's environmental consultant to identify any items that need to be incorporated into the EIR analysis. And start working on that draft EIR. Once that EIR is drafted, we will circulate it for a 45-day public review period in which the public will have another opportunity to review and comment on any findings included in the EIR.
And to give residents time to weigh in, the city extended the deadline for people to submit their comments by an additional 3 weeks. You now have until September 18th. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Edward Mertz.
Thank you, Edward. You can submit your comments to Planning Manager Danny Santana. His email is dsantana@torranceca.gov. You're asked to put Butcher-Solano residential project in the subject line. You have until September 18th to send your comments.
The Torrance Unified School District's Aquatic Center is making progress on its construction site. Here's a look at the ceremony when they broke ground on the project in 2016, and now the 12-acre site has much of the cement work laid out, including the pools. The center will host water sports for all 4 high schools and will make it more convenient for athletes to practice at their own facility rather than the Victor E. Benstead plunge. Officials say the new center will have an Olympic-sized pool, cool-down pool, 8 locker rooms, and seating for 500 spectators. Solar energy will keep these pools heated, and this project was possible thanks to Measure U and T.
A research company is calling Torrance one of the safest cities to live in. Niche recently ranked Torrance as number 22 out of 25 in the safest cities in America. The researchers analyzed public crime data, including larceny, vehicular theft, and homicide rates. This also included data from the U.S. Census and the FBI. They took into account more than 100 million reviews from users who rated how safe they feel in their cities. The ranking shows California had 9 cities in the top 25. Niche is a company that researches and collects reviews on cities.
The Torrance Fire Department received praise for their EMS work. Fire Chief Martin Cerna says their EMS division is exceeding standards. The department is operating at 97% for their field treatment protocols. Compared to previous years when Torrance Fire was performing at 88%, but the chief says they will continue to work to get to 100%. Assistant Chief Mike Hansen leads their EMS Division 1. Currently, the department has 92 emergency medical technicians and 48 paramedics.
The Torrance Police Department released their Coyote Report for the month of July. Statistics are showing that coyote sightings have dropped to 15 compared to 22 from the month of June. In July, there were 6 cats killed as well. It's also a good reminder to take steps to deter coyotes. Remember to protect your trash, feed your pets indoors, don't leave water bowls for pets outside, remove any fruit which has fallen to the ground, install motion-sensitive lighting around the house, and keep yards free for potential shelters such as thick brush and weeds. You can find more helpful tips at torranceca.gov.
A well-known choir group that brings tunes to the South Bay community is looking for more talent. Auditions for the Los Cancioneres Master chorale are coming up on August 28th and 29th. They will take place at the Hope United Methodist Church in Torrance, and already there are 4 concerts scheduled. Los Cancioneros started in 1949 when a dozen neighbors in the Hollywood Riviera section of Torrance formed a small community chorus as an independent, nonprofit organization. The group now has grown to 70 singers and has appeared with other choirs and groups. They're known for works of all musical periods, including contemporary. To make an appointment, you can contact Lorraine Pickus at 310-377-4978.
I was in a choir once. They asked me to sing so low that they couldn't hear me. Still ahead.
You're too funny.
The Sister Act was performed by the Torrance Theater Company. We'll take you there.
Plus, locals took a stroll down memory lane in honor of the city's history.
Guess what? I have some news for you. There's free food right there. Junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy. How we doing?
Fantastic.
So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It's good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junko Time!
The summer is not complete without a pool party, and the Torrance Marriott Redondo Beach hosted their very own. This isn't the last you will hear of the beer fest and pool parties at the hotel because they plan on making this a summer tradition. Locals were invited to enjoy craft beers and take a dip in the hotel pool. Craft beers were featured in the hotel restaurant, 21 Square Bar and Kitchen. The restaurant opened last November. A DJ played jams throughout the affair. Soapsy's Trunk Show featured their products, and delicious tacos and bar bites were also served. Now locals have another place to go to beat the heat.
One, we just like to give back a little bit and promote what's local here in Torrance. We kind of view ourselves as a place that's been here for many, many years in Torrance and want to just kind of give back and involve as much of the community as possible.
The Torrance Marriott Redondo Beach plans to host another affair in September. Absolution Brewing Company, the Dudes Brewing Company, King Harbor Brewing Company, the Red Car Brewery and Restaurant, and Smog City Brewing were at this event.
The sensational Sister Act musical at the James Armstrong Theater was a hit.
Hello, Philadelphia. Give a hometown girl welcome to me, Dolores and Cartier.
Based on the 1992 film, the musical will bring you to your feet. The play tells the story of a disco lounge singer and diva, Dolores, who falls in love with a gangster. And when she witnesses a murder, she ends up in a police protection program at a church. And Dolores finds her calling leading the choir, and the rest is magic. From the award-winning music, the costumes, and the dancing, this musical is not to be missed. For future shows and tickets, you can call the James Armstrong Theater box office at 310-781-7171.
In honor of City Hall's Selfie Day, people showed off their best smiles around the city on August 15th. It marked a day of celebrating local government that encourages individuals to go out into their communities and take selfies while showcasing local government buildings. Our very own Mayor Patrick Fury, of course, took part in the day by not only taking a selfie, but also was featured in a vlog interview. ELGL, also known as Engaging Local Government Leaders, hosted a contest, giving out trophies in 20 categories, including Best City Hall Selfie of the Day, Most Creative City Hall Selfie, Best Dressed City Hall Selfie, and those are just to name a few. Here is our CitiCABLE team outside our office, and coming up on the screen right there, here's Mayor Patrick Fury in front of City Hall and Joey Garcia from the Public Works Department.
For the 6th year in a row, the Torrance Historical Society walked participants through downtown Torrance. This year's tour included the popular restaurants around the city, from Red Car Brewery, Tortilla Cantina, the Depot Restaurant, to the Torrance Bakery, just to name a few. There was a story behind each one of these staples, which all share the city's rich history. The Red Car Brewery and Restaurant, for example, is themed after the red car trolley system from the 1900s. The Depot Restaurant took over a building that is 100 years old, which used to be the Pacific Electric Railway Depot, designed by architect Irving Gill. These are just a few of the stories the attendees heard. Guests also got a chance to look at the historical photos and eat some tasty treats served at the various hotspots. The tour is sold out every year. Guests get a real peek inside Old Torrance, what it was then and what it is today. For more information on events going on at the museum, visit torrancehistoricalsociety.org.
Hundreds of dogs got a chance to strut their tail and put their best paw forward in the South Bay Kennel Club's all-breed dog show. This annual event was for all animal lovers. Alongside their owners, perfectly groomed dogs were inspected as they participated in various competitions in the show, checking for their level of obedience, overall appearance, and performance in the trials. And Best of Show brought home a medal. The event was 2 days and took place at North High School, and there were more than 1,000 dogs that participated. The South Bay Kennel Club was established in 1961 and is the only AKC licensed club serving the South Bay area.
The Casa Y Exchange students are continuing their cultural exchange journey here in Torrance and are learning some new moves and tasting some yummy chili.
Tree. Boys cross fold, swing that corner promenade.
The Casa Y delegates participated in square dancing classes where they learned to do-si-do, swing, and curtsy like a champ. The students also judged chili from locals and residents, and for some students, tasting chili was a completely new experience. Every event during this program is to enforce the importance of learning different aspects of other people's cultures and creating everlasting friendships through the process. The Casa Y delegation returns to Japan on August 25th.
An innovative 2-week summer day camp was a success for another year. Children with special needs and developmental delays headed to Rolling Hills Country Day School for camp escapades. Each summer, hundreds of children and their families look forward to this time, as the camp is a full-day experience for children who may otherwise not be able to attend a typical summer camp. This year, the highlights included a mobile aquarium, animal magic show, petting zoo, science experiments, Bollywood dance class, and a special visit from head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers, Luke Walton. It also brings together a community of children and youth volunteers. Pediatric Therapy Network currently serves over 2,500 special needs children per year. For more information, head to pediatrictherapynetwork.org. Hundreds of kids and families came out to Victor Park, all in the name of reading. The Torrance Library hosted its Summer Reading Carnival recently. The youth services staff created activity stations around the park, including the traditional ring and bean bag toss to technology stations. Each participant got a bag, as each activity station had a variety of prizes. They also made bubble wands, guessed numbers of items in jars, played with the large parachute, and hula hooped. DJ Ozzy entertained the crowd.
A state-of-the-art mobile command center is now in operation for the City of Torrance. It can be used for police investigations and planned events. Officials say it will keep the city running during a disaster. Torrance CitiCABLE's Edward Mertz reports.
It's called MEOC, which stands for Mobile Emergency Operations Center. The 40-foot-long truck is custom designed for the city and loaded with the latest in technology, which allows every city employee to work from it if needed, says Torrance Police Lieutenant Mark Athan. He says that ensures city employees will be able to do their jobs in a disaster.
This vehicle here will keep this city up and running related to public safety, related to public works, related to everything that the city has to offer can be facilitated out of this vehicle.
The police department oversees the mobile command center, which has 4 dispatch stations in the front, where there's also a map showing locations of police vehicles. In the back is a command or multi-purpose room. And in between, there are redundant communication systems to make sure the phones always have a connection.
It took a lot of networking and configuring to get this truck to be able to act like you're sitting at your desk at a city desk.
It also has a red phone to call for help outside the city if needed.
I could pick that phone up and dial their 4-digit code and go, hey, Santa Monica, it's Torrance, this is what we need. So it's basically public safety to public safety, whether it's police or fire.
Cameras on each side and one on a mast which rises 50 feet high. And that bird's eye view is good day or night.
At night, it does have the infrared on it where it makes it look like daytime at night. And so that camera gives us the availability to, see around us up to close to about a mile out.
And he says the $825,000 vehicle shows city leaders take emergency preparedness seriously.
This was a big step in ensuring that the City of Torrance is ready to respond to and recover from any type of incident.
The city also purchased a mobile DUI processing trailer and a mobile restroom trailer to use with the vehicle. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Edward Mertz.
Thanks, Edward. The mobile emergency operations truck has already been in service, having been deployed during the city's 4th of July celebrations. Still ahead, we have some upcoming events you won't want to miss.
That's right, and we'll be back in just 60 seconds.
I am a veteran, and my victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
I am a veteran. My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
America's veterans are on their most important tour, the tour of their lives.
My victory was finishing my education.
Mine is proving a disability is not a limitation.
At DAV, we're on a mission to help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory is having my new battle buddy.
As veterans face their challenges, DAV is there to help for victories great and small.
I'm a veteran, and my victory is getting the help I needed to put my life back together.
DAV offers veterans of all generations a lifetime of support.
I'm a veteran. My victory is being there for my family.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's some upcoming events to mark on your calendar. The last movie in the park is around the corner. It will take place Saturday, August 26th at Greenwood Park, where they will feature the Disney movie Inside Out. The movie starts at 8 p.m. Then the Torrance Antique Street Fair will be back on Sunday, August 27th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. The event features more than 200 sellers offering antiques, collectibles, vintage clothes, jewelry, and much more. Rain or shine, free admission and parking. Plus, Coastal Cleanup Day is coming on September 19th at 4:15. It will take place at Torrance Park with the staging area near Miramar Park. Well, that does it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Julie Chan. Thanks so much for joining us.